All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. Let me charge this phone up. I got to charge this phone up because I got a lot of stuff to do today. So I'm gonna get this phone some full juice. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to do that. Some full juice because I got a lot of plans today. Because we are live. Make sure y'all share this video. I mean, our website is booming right now. We have literally broke 10,000 listeners just today alone. And today is not even over. That's the highest that we've been today, over 10,000 visitors on the site just today alone. And it's not even 5 o'clock. Okay, so it's a lot that we posted today. So let's get right into this particular video. When y'all come on and share, thumbs up. I already know. We can't really repeat ourselves. So if you late, you just got to get the replay, okay? Because I did tell y'all that we was going to go back live and dive into it, okay? We was going to get back live and have this conversation. So my station head, y'all head over to YouTube right now, okay? Head over to YouTube. Now, I want to make sure everybody is good. Okay, now, we are live, and I said this website is really booming. Again, I don't write the stuff, but I take full responsibility what is posted, okay, because my name is on it. But I just make the headline. So we posted on our website. We had posted on there, and I want y'all to see it. Let me screen share here, and for y'all can see it. This is what we posted, and this is concerning our journalist, Roland Martin. Roland Martin, that's the tweet. Hold on one second. Roland Martin is a journalist. He worked for CNN, former CNN anchor. And he went on Instagram dragging the Zeus network, encouraging his followers not to support the Zeus network. So here we go. So this is the article right now that we posted. I want y'all to see that really quickly. Yeah, I got to do the show here. Hold on. I had to do something really quickly. So we are live. I want y'all to read that. Read that. Read it. Okay. So we had posted that on the website, and Roland Martin was extremely upset. He wrote 2 tweets saying that he disagreed with this at all. So let's see what that is going on here in a different type of way. So these are the 2 tweets that he said. Roland Martin said this is a journalist from the Roland Martin Show. And he said this because he dragged, give you a little backstory, he had dragged the Zeus Network, encouraging his followers not to watch Zeus, not to support Zeus. And he literally said on IG, don't support. So today we took the live and we put it on the website, walletthetroll.com. You don't have to pay to be on there. You can literally be on the website for free. Okay. So once we did that, this is what Roland Martin had to say on the chat. He said this, quote, he left 2 tweets. And he said, the first tweet, he said, I just love the crazies. Did I say you can subscribe if you want to, but I want if all folks going to do is fight. My headline was former CNN anchor Roland Martin tell his followers not to support the Zeus Network. Also, he said this, Roland Martin said this in the to the tweet. He said he can't even get basic facts right. 1, I was never a CNN anchor. 2, I never told folks not to support Zeus. That's a lie. I made clear that I would never pay just to see folks fight on shows. Go back and watch. You need to learn basic reporting and researching. And that is what he said into the type of chat. Now, we are seeing this live here on the type of chat and having this conversation. And this is Roland Martin having these conversations with Wiley. Now, let's be crystal clear with journalists going back and forth with YouTubers. They always come in and they say, well, I'm a journalist. This is what I do. I am a journalist. I sit here and I be a journalist. I remember one time I had a conversation with Roland and we bought his book and we will continue to buy his book, White Fear, how the Browning of America is making white folks lose their mind. We'll dive more into his book. But I will say this. I do not apologize for saying it. Yes, he was a CNN anchor. His show just never got picked up. Say commentary anchor, whatever you want to say. He never got picked up. Now he's definitely responding. And we asking him, just like we asked all the other reporters, the Meghann reporter, whomever. We asked these particular people, do you want to come on the Wiley Show? They're silent. They don't want to come on the show, but they leave tweets. They go on your DM. They drop links in your Facebook. They do all this. I said, no. If you got something to say about Wiley, hit the link because I believe you are a troll. If you are a real reporter, hit the link and you can have a conversation. I invite that to whomever reporters out there that got something to say. Hit the link and let's have conversation and we can have dialogue. No offline, ain't no email. You got something to say, come on cam up and come on camera and hit the link. And if you are a journalist, a true journalist will come out and have a conversation. Roland, that message is for you. And also for Meghann, that message is for you as well. So that is what he said as well. So again, we didn't get our words mixed up. This is my show. I don't care what you say about me. You cannot try to correct me in what I need to post on my particular show because this is the same. This is mine. I own it. Just like we can't tell Roland Martin not to yell at his staff and overtalk his guests like he always do. He got to have the same respect. Can't nobody tell him not to interrupt his guests. He bring a guest on that they can't even utter out a word if they are a Republican. He automatically interrupts them, can't allow them to get their point across. And when you tell Roland Martin, don't cut off your guests, he say, shut the H up. This my show. You can't tell me what to do on my show. So keep that same energy, what I do as well, and have this conversation. I'm honored that these journalists respond. We got 2 journalists. We got a black journalist, which is fine, and we also got white journalists as well. Now, they're supposed to be out here journaling, right? Supposed to be out here hidden crime scenes, breaking stories, but they're responding to bloggers. And both of these journalists, they're on YouTube begging for cash apps and super chats like everybody else. So obviously, I wouldn't even brag and say I'm a journalist if you on YouTube, because you are a flop journalist. Because the journalists that I know, they on CNN, Fox, MSNBC, real news networks where you can watch it on television, and they're not on there begging for a cash app or a donation because they're getting multi-million-dollar contract. Every journalist can't say it because they never can make it in the New York Times. Meghann Cuniff can never make it in the New York Times. So she was a bad journalist. Can't make it in the New York Times. So we're talking right here in this particular say, and this is directly off of his IG. It was on his IG. We post about it on our website, www.wileythetroll.com. We had this conversation. I'm going to pin it in the chat so you all can see it and read it about yourselves, and you can come to your own conclusion. But again, you do not come into my chat, try to take over the chat, you will be blocked. If you got anything to say about Wiley, be bold enough, be woman enough, be man enough to hit the link, okay? Be bold enough to hit the link. Because when I have something to say about a person, ain't no roo-rine and roo-rine. I hit the link, I pull up, and I hit the link, because that will tell me that you really have courage and you have a standard about doing that as well. So again, we are posting this on our social media. I'm going to post a link on there as well, so you all can go and click on the link and go and support and for yourself and see what we're posting on there and how hard we are working. And though we did not go to college and get all that student loan debt, just like some of these other journalists, but we have done this independent, and we're posting it, and we got these journalists shook. I don't understand these journalists. The journalists that I know, they don't pay me no mind. You don't see Anderson Cooper jumping out of the bushes trying to correct a story. If you think what I said was wrong and it was a lie, go and file a lawsuit. You don't see Don Lemon from, he's on his way back. He was fired from CNN, but they want to hire him back. But you don't see Don Lemon coming in there correcting. You don't see Tucker Carlson coming in the chat, dragging and all that. We don't see that. You don't see people from CNN or MSNBC dropping their links to Fox News. They don't do stuff like that. They don't do stuff like that at all. They literally do the work and work very hard. So we had a lot to say, and I didn't even want to plan on saying this because he was saying, oh, Zeus Network is bad. It's all you see is black folks. Like, black people fight. Black people have been fighting since the beginning of the time. What's wrong with black people want to monetize and get paid to do it? Zeus is not on there, Roland Martin, with all due respect, and I'm not trying to drag you, but I don't see Zeus Network on there begging for a Cash App. I don't see them begging for a Zelle. I don't see them begging for a PayPal. I don't see them encouraging their Zeus subscribers to send a check to their P.O. box. You've done that. So why are you upset? And if it's so bad, why are you spending time talking about it on your Instagram? But poof, it came out because you decided at the end of the live and you said, well, why don't y'all hit, do somebody want to donate? Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Zimbo, send a check, send a money order. Now, you did all that talking about Zeus so bad, but you begging for PayPals and Cash Apps. If they're so bad, why are you watching it? Why are you watching a thing and you say, well, I don't talk about celebrities. You're talking about them on Instagram. You might as well talk about them on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Then you're on Twitter, left me multiple tweets, and then you kept tweeting me. You sent me another tweet on there as well. This is what you said. I'm just offering correction. I want to say this. Again, Roland, stop the talking. Call into my show. Okay, let me send him the number. Okay, because he just sitting here and just talking. He can either call in or he can hit the link. Okay, he could do either or. He's watching because we are definitely live right now, and y'all can send it to him right now and send him the number because this is him. He's live. I'm talking about. I mean, he's talking about us. And and responding. So if he want to correct me or school me, be man enough to hit the link. These are the 2 tweets that he sent on this page. That's what he did. He sent these 2 tweets. He had literally sent these 2 tweets. So that's how it happened. And we like I said, I am a fan of Roland Martin. I think Roland Martin is an extremely good artist and reporter, journalist. He's just an awesome journalist. I believe so. He's not perfect. I believe that Roland Martin just believes in one narrative because he believes that all Republicans are bad and they're all racist, and that's not the truth. And then he uplifts Democrats. And last time I checked in Chicago, and this is run by Democrats. I mean, the crime is high. It's run by Democrats. The governor is a Democrat. The Cook County Board President is a Democrat. The Cook County State's Attorney, Black Democrat. The mayor, Black Democrat. And the governor, he's not Black, but he's a Democrat. Most of this city and state is run by Democrats, and the crime is extremely high here in the city. Just on last night, WGN News just did a story about how crime is affecting the Black women the most, how they're affected by the crime the most. And so we can't, on his show, it's a little biased because you're painting this narrative that Republicans are just so evil and that Democrats is right. No, Democrats is not always right, because if that's the case, then Chicago should be flowing with milk and honey for Black residents in the city, and it's not. Chicagoans are fleeing this city and state, and they're going south. Republican, because the Republicans are doing property freezes. The Republicans are allowing you to take home more of your money. They're not bowing you down with checks. None of that. So when I'm telling you is, and I'm going to be honest with you, the Republicans, their policies is very popular for the business class. And a lot of Black folks I talk to appreciate having, going to Texas, and they say their money goes further in like the southern parts of the country than it does in the northern parts. California, I talked to a lot of California people that coming from California. They say their money stretched longer because the rent is so cheaper than it is in California. The same in New York City. For the way the amount you pay for New York City, you get a little box, and you get your house and a mortgage, you got all this space and land, and you still got money to save. So this needs to be talked about as well. So let's stop painting this picture that one party Republicans are so evil and Democrats is so great. That's not the truth, because Roland Martin, you be on your show begging and pleading that advertisers still are not paying you fairly as a Black-owned media. When you look at the list, President Biden is in office and the federal government spends billions in advertising dollars. And we as Black media got to fight over a certain percentage, less than 1% of a percentage. But I thought Democrats is an ally of the Black community. If that was the case, then Black media should get at least 60 to 70% of the ad dollars, and Black-owned businesses should get so many federal contracts because we are the ones on the front. When I say we, most of the time, 99% of the time, I vote Democrat, and a lot of people around that block vote Democrat, and we're not getting those same numbers back to help us build generational wealth. Let's be clear. The wealth gap between white America and Black America is still so far away, but what have President Biden and the Democrats have done when they was in power to bridge that gap? Still to this day, Black home ownership is still not where it's supposed to be. We're still behind. It will take us decades to catch up to our white counterparts. Black wealth, the median income for a Black family still have not caught up with our white counterparts. Having a high school diploma as a Black man, you still can't, getting a college degree as a Black person, still can't hardly compete with a white person with a high school diploma. So again, what have the Democrats done to help bridge that gap? Now, it's been multiple Democrats. Bill Clinton, we have President Bill Clinton. We have President Barack Obama. We also now we have President Biden. And still the schools in Chicago still run down. It's still Black unemployment. Yeah, they say that Black unemployment is down, but the Black folks that are working can't afford to pay the rent and they got to work 2 or 3 jobs, and some of them can't even afford to buy the food because the food prices are so high. So again, that's for both parties. It's not just one party over the other. Both of them have done a terrible job for Black people. Period. Republicans and Democrats both can do a much better job to help uplift the Black community like they do everybody else. And that is something that Roland Martin needs to start preaching on his program instead of just really coming against Republicans as though they're the only problem. No, Democrats and some Democrats are more treacherous and dangerous just because they talk liberal and they action, they just as evil as Trump and the MAGA supporters. Only difference between the MAGA, they're more vocal. They will let you know, break our America great again, make it white again. But a lot of white liberals pretend like they are our allies, but in reality, with policy, they are still doing more policy to keep us in the back, and they keep on being in the front. And these are facts when it comes to the type of place. So this is with the Roland Martin piece. Then we have a situation, another particular journalist that is here, that she is not Black. She is Meghann Cuniff, never been a Black person, don't understand the Black struggle. She just used and entertained and also to build her bottom line to be a journalist to talk about Black people. But she never talked about the root cause of poverty in the Black community. She never talked about the reason, the root cause of why crime. She never exposed about redlining, about how the government froze us out to get mortgages and to move to the suburbs and to get property. We only could stay in certain parts of America where we couldn't hardly get no equity. She don't really talk about that stuff. Then she come here and she think just because she's a white woman that she can just tell us what to do and we fall in line. But I don't operate like that. I have my own mind. And she want to come into this particular sector saying that she's going to sue the Wiley Show and she's going to sue Armon Wiggins and that we don't have no insurance, talking down to us as though we supposed to take our work. No, lady, you want to get into this lane. You want to entertain. That's fine. But try to do it. But you cannot compare and be entertaining when it comes to stuff like that. Because even when the Shade Room and when Ball Alert, they still post to, you still can crack more than 100,000 views posted on your particular YouTube. Because one thing that you're lacking that you do not have a degree in, and that is a personality. Now, when it comes to Armon Wiggins, I get what he's saying on his station here. He want to encourage us as Black content creators not to promote Meghann Cuniff and give her a. But again, brother, that message shouldn't be to the YouTubers. That message should be to the Shade Room. That message should be to Ball Alert. That message should be to the Neighborhood Talk. That message should be to Hollywood Unlocked. That message should be to the Jasmine brand. It's because of them. They the reason what broadcasting her 24/7 coverage. And then you can't tell us and then bring it to the YouTube and say, y'all don't talk about it after you done got 50,000 views off of Meghann Cuniff's situation. If you didn't want to uplift Meghann Cuniff, you didn't have to utter a word about her. But it's like you get the clicks and views and then you say, okay, y'all, that's enough. Don't let her infiltrate. But you got more views than I got combined. So you need to take your own advice and not talk about it. But you have already talked about it and had these conversations. Then you calling me saying, don't talk about her, sir. She's trying to infiltrate. The same thing you said about Jason Lee, but you broke all of those promises. You talked about Jason Lee after you said you weren't going to talk about him. When I talked about Jason Lee, you went back and you talked about him. This ain't about having disdain for you as a content creator. It's that you don't practice what you preach. You also said, I ain't talking about no content creators. I ain't saying nobody's name. Then today you said my name, out in the open on there. No, I don't understand that. If you really want to help and your messaging, then you must preach that and follow about what you're preaching. Y'all talked about the woman. You and Milagro Graham both sat there and talked about this woman on y'all YouTube channel when y'all did a stream on each other's platform. So y'all are not practicing, not Milagro, because she never told us not to talk about Meghann Cuniff. I'm talking about you, because you decided to call me behind the scenes and go on station here and telling us what we're not to do. Now, again, Meghann Cuniff can come on this platform all day long and promote and uplift and share. That's her business. Because last time I checked, this platform is not owned by us. So at the end of the day, if you really want to sock it to whomever, you create your own entity like Lovely T and build your own app from the ground up and build your own infrastructure. At the end of the day, we can't be preaching and telling what a person can do because we don't have to talk about them never in a day. But the masses still going to uplift her and talk about her because the Shade Room, the Ball Alert, the Neighborhood Talk, all of these entities have been promoting her religiously on their platforms. They have done it. So until I see you go live and have the courage to put their name in the title, Dear Shade Room, Dear Neighborhood Talk, this is my message, and you talk at how they encourage and promote people that don't look like us, then I will stand behind that message. But you have not done it. Neither have Milagro Grams done it. Neither have Nick at Night have done it. So y'all want to preach this, but then y'all want to band together and not do what we did. Every time I talk to Kyle, I tell him to uplift us. I tell him to post us. I tell him to put us on there. When he came on the show, post YouTubers. I always say post Black YouTubers, but have you done it as well? When we stood on the front line, you told Kyle, I want to be posted, but I don't want to be posted on Wiley. So now you want Wiley to band together with your message because you don't want Meghann Cuniff to get no views, when I don't have to talk about her never. But they still want to post her 24/7 because if she say something on Twitter, they ain't gonna do nothing but repost it and call her Meghann the Reporter. But it ain't just them. BET, all of the major publications, B. Scott, all of them have been posting her, and this ain't got nothing to do with Wiley. But it look like to me, I take offense to it because it look like when I start talking about him, oh, we all got to stop talking about him. No, why I just can't get a piece of the Meghann the Reporter train here, even though I believe that she's trash, even though I believe she got y'all kicked out of the courtroom, even though I believe she uses her white privilege, and she ain't going, okay, I don't use my white privilege. Your existence is using it, honey. You ain't got to utter it out of your mouth. You know what I'm talking about. And then some white people don't know it because they live with it so long, they don't even know they got it. And unless you woke, but I guess we can't even say woke no more because they even try to throw that away, according to Florida. But according to a lot of the Republicans, they don't like to, it's some Democrats don't like the word woke. But when I'm saying about Meghann Cuniff or whomever, I don't care if you report on it, but please don't think that just because you report on it, that Black media outlets like myself, like Milagro Grams, like Armon Wiggins can't sit here and report on this type of situation. And let's be clear, Armon and Milagro Grams together have, and even individual, they have reached much of an impact, and it was because of their successes that encouraged Meghann Cuniff to get on YouTube. She is studying their formula and their style and their thumbnails and their this and their editing and stuff like that. It's room at the table for everybody. Competition is good, but I just think for Armon Wiggins to tell people, which is dumb, telling people don't support, that make people support more because people are going to want to do things in spite of you because you're controversial. You're not Nelson Mandela. You are very controversial. And then you posted on your community wall, you posted some very degrading things on your community wall, and this is what you said towards Black people that you want to encourage not to have a white person infiltrate your space. This is what you posted on your community wall. You said this, quote, just an observation, most content creators don't like me at all, have a similar. This is what you said. This is how they look. They are similar. Okay, you said if men that usually are gay, overweight, with a struggle face. Then you also said if they're women, they are usually bad built with a effed up wig, and you posted a black emoji, not a light skin emoji, but the darkest emoji you can pick. So you're not as innocent as Meghann Cuniff. You're just as dangerous because you feel as though only people that talk about you is obese Black people, and that ain't true. That's just incorrect. That's just a narrative that you just picking up to make yourself feel good. But then the next day you want to be Dr. King. All right, people, I had a dream that we must not talk about Meghann Cuniff today. We must not allow her to infiltrate our space. But yesterday you said all this type of stuff about Black women, which you always say that you love Black women, you support Black women, but you giving people, your critics, more information to use against you. You posted this yesterday. Then you also posted yesterday and you said this. You said them. You said Armon Wiggins, and then you said Armon Wiggins, you're the king. But you indulge into it and you post controversial things, and you wonder why people is rally behind Meghann Cuniff because they don't see, even if Meghann Cuniff say these different things, she ain't stupid enough to put it out there in the open. But you put it out there and open, and that's why she have a lane for people to say, "Oh my gosh, y'all are ghetto, y'all are ratchet." So we're going to support Meghann Cuniff because she's so professional. She's a journalist. She's so professional. And what they're saying is she don't cuss. She don't, even though I believe she's a cussing sailor behind the scenes, but when it comes to that, she know how to code switch and so professional, so nice. She ain't yelling. Oh, she's just so nice. She's looking in the camera with her glasses. She's fixing her glasses. She's talking about her father was just a successful defense attorney, and she just so nicey. But behind the scenes, she's just as evil as a snake. I don't care if it's a nice little snake. The snake don't really, it's still a snake, and we just can't trust her. But we will still talk about it because this is a news show and she's always in the news and black media is promoting her. So again, I want to say this again when it comes to Armon Wiggins. Here's some homework. If you want us to stop talking about Meghann Cuniff, make a post calling out the shade room, calling out Ball Alert, calling out the neighborhood talk, calling out Hollywood a lot. Make a post in the Jasmine Bread. Make a post calling out all of these publications that have been posting her wall-to-wall coverage. Then I can say, okay, I can rally behind that and get your friend Pick Me Neek and get Milagro to stand behind you as well. It's because the on-site, Riley, all of most of these old publications are black, but they post in this particular case nothing but a white person, a non-black person. So again, that's their platform, but we can use in our platform to band together to call it out because they the one that started to post her from wall-to-wall coverage. And Armon, you have posted her as well and got more views than the Wiley Show, is what I'm saying. Again, she's not going to come on to the Wiley Show. What she going to do is send me DMs and emails, which we ain't going to read because it's too long. And I tell her different, just like she sent me a live. She sent me an email telling how she's going to sue me and all this type of stuff. I said, ma'am, you can sue, hit the link, go file that paperwork. I guarantee you I would win because I'm black. All right. I would win. All right. So again, and then when we say you can come on the show, and then she always got to say, my schedule, I'm in the LA courtroom, I'm busy. Okay, but I just went live and you just commenting. So how you able to be in a courtroom, you busy in court, but yet you in the comments dropping links? I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. If you got something to say, like if you really want to come on the show, come on the show. But let's not sit here. You sit here and you drop in links. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. Now we only got the link open for Armon Wiggins, Roland Martin, or Meghann Cuniff. If you ain't one of those people, you hit that link if you want to, you're gonna be blocked. Okay. We only got that link open for those three individuals, and also we are opening it up to Milagro Grams come as well. And I want to defend her again because I didn't really get the chance to really defend her like I want to. She is an educated, intelligent black woman, and yes, she have a right to be loud because black women for a long time when they get around white people, our ancestors have been conditioned to put their head down. They fought and risked their life, put their lives on the line so we could be as loud and beautiful and black. We don't have to be ashamed. We ain't got to be all muted when white folks get around. Our ancestors made sure that we should have the freedom to be wild. Because when white folks have the baseball game or a basketball game, when they team laws, they be in that riding, messing up the cars, they able to be themselves. So why do we have to act different when white people come around? No, still be yourself. We just had a white brother on our show. We didn't change our personality. We was just the same Wiley. And what did he do? He was a white liberal and he ran. All right. So, of course, Milagro Graham have a right, and so is Armon Wiggins. I don't want to see them change up. You know, they wow. They got to change up and be all professional. Now, you got to be professional in the courtroom. I get that. And then also, I disagree with the court banning them because Meghann Cuniff was on her cell phone taking selfies, and she was on that laptop streaming with 3 views. And she didn't even get banned. She was on her laptop just because she was on the floor with her legs crossed. She still was breaking the rules, and she did not get kicked out and banned from the courtroom. She was in there getting clicks of you, taking selfies and all type of stuff. Did get banned. But the 2 blackest people in the building, they get banned because they're chocolate or because they're popular. Then she made sure with her privilege to to tell them and took pictures of screenshots of them and sent it to the bailiffs. And then the bailiffs had their pictures as black people saying that they can't go into the courtroom. I think that's disgusting. I think her hands is on it. And I can tell you for a fact, she knows she's guilty. That's why she's responding. If you innocent, you won't be sitting here doing all the responding. She's trying to create a narrative. She's very guilty as they come. Now, I just had to say that, and then we will open up the phone lines because, again, we just came on short and sweet to the point because Armon Wiggins did put he did talk about us on Station A. And I said, oh, well, he talked about us. Okay, we was going to move on to talk about something else. But I said, short and sweet, we can definitely talk about it as well. And we will definitely open up the phone lines for people that do want to call in right quick. So give me a second while I get the phone lines open up. If y'all want to call in really quickly, if y'all in the building, we will allow y'all to call in. Moderators, post the number in the chat. Y'all already should know the number because we talk about it all the time. But we are posting for those newcomers that are here in the chat. So we will definitely post that as well for all the newcomers. So give me a second here. We are post that in there. So all the newcomers that are here, we will have that as well. Okay. Give me a second. We will have that as well when it comes to stuff like that. So give me a second. We will open it up and we will definitely have this conversation. Again, we're going to open up the phone lines yet again. And we're back to back with videos. You know what I'm saying? Because Meghann Cuniff said she was going to sue us for defamation and slander, but we don't know any defamation. Because the only thing we said her is that we're all facts and we're not afraid of any lawsuit and everything. We will make sure that we get Ogre, one of Tasha K powerful lawyers, Ogre, or we would get Bishop Lamar Whitehead lawyer, Mr. Brian Ponder, to represent us if we get any type of lawsuit. Okay. All right. So the number is 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462 is the particular number. If you want to call in, Brother Roland, also Meghann, if any one of y'all want to hit and call in, that is the particular number. Okay, you can have a conversation. I know Roland, you're typing and doing all that typing. Your show don't even start until an hour, so you can, or almost an hour, and you can definitely call in. We would love to have you on the show because you're leaving about 4,000 or 5,000 tweets. You could just easily, with the same old fingers, dial the number 972-674-9462, and that's what it is. Because we will continue to have these conversations on our particular platform where we dive into topics to uplift us as our people and make sure this is a Black show. This is what we do. We have this conversation. We also talk about all type of topics on our website. We talked about a plethora of things that we talk about daily, but I just want to say thank y'all for coming through. Like I said, this ain't going to be a long, lengthy video. It's no need for it to be a long, lengthy video. I see that the comments of the people are saying what they're saying about us. That's fine. That's great. We also want to thank all of the Black publications like Coffee City for sharing us today. We want to thank her for having the courage to share in our article when we broke the story about Jocelyn Hernandez being arrested today as well. So I want to thank that sister and on her platform for having the courage of sharing us. The love is definitely mutual, and we love her for doing just that. Also, before we get up out of here, because we're gonna be right back, you guys, for another video. I didn't want to make this a long, lengthy video because there's so many other things that I do want to talk about. Let me see. I see a lot of people in here. I see our members. Let me give them a special shout out. Jacqueline Nicole. I see Tasha Nicole is in here. I also see who else is in here that's a member. Natalie K is in here. Any of our other members that's in here. Jacqueline, I see you. Love Maria. I see Love Maria. I see Crystal. Emirates, I see. Who else is in here? Okay. Shout out to our member. Princess Light is in here. I also see Proud of Me is in here. We also see who else is in the member that is here. We want to definitely give y'all all a shout out. I did say Crystal. I did see you. All right. Okay. We got all the members. I think that's all of them. That said, if I forget you, just comment below and I will give you a shout out before we get up out of here. If you would like to become a member, all you got to do is click the link. Also, we want to thank your next ex for being here as well. This is what it is. And also, leave a comment. I don't care if you drag me as long as you ain't cussing. That's simple. You could drag me all day in the comments. Go to my website. The conversation will continue on the website, www.wileythetroll.com. And we got more articles to come. And guess what? It's free for you to check it out. There is no subscription. www.wileythetroll.com. It is super free to do it. The producers is in the building. Your next X, I see y'all in here. I see y'all. Thank you, executive producers, for being in the house. Also, if you got any tips, if you got something that you want us to dive into, if we forgot to talk about something, always you can email us or hit us on IG. If you block, that's because you was trolling, and that's why you're blocked. Okay. If you want to get unblocked, you got to hit the cash out for a Benjamin. All right. Or a Benjamin Franklin. Okay. All right. Okay, not no George Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, definitely not no George Washington. All right, if you want to be unblocked, okay. I'm telling you, if you want to be unblocked, make sure y'all RSVP for Vegas, baby. Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com. We're gonna be in Vegas the first weekend in October. If you want to be in Vegas, if you want to be in Vegas, that is definitely what we are doing. Also, we had a caller to call in earlier today. Let me see if they're available to call in. Because they had called, but they said, Wiley, is you live? I was like, no, I'm not live. I just got done with the video. So give me a second. Let's see. All right, they didn't answer. Okay. They definitely they called me like 3 times. I need to come to Vegas. You should come to Vegas, all right? Come to Vegas, all right? October 6th through the 9th. You can email us. Let me put the email in the flyer up really quickly because it is coming up, man. It's coming up. All right. Of course, let me put the email address up. Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com. And that would be October 6th through the 9th. Give y'all enough time. October 6th through the 9th. October 6th through the 9th. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. All right. Also, with that, that is that announcement. Also, if you want to be a financial blessing to us, you can always hit the Cash App $ Marquise Wiley 28. You can contribute to our platform, Marquise Wiley 28, and also we would greatly appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter because it goes down on our Twitter at Wiley Show, WILEYSHOW. All right, little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When times get hard, remember what? To put God first, okay? Okay. Okay. Always remember. All right. So we're gonna be going back live. Let me get this situation together. And I just had to come on here for a hit it and quit it, baby. We've been on for 45 minutes. I just had to do it. Let me see what y'all saying in here. Yes, definitely not no Thomas Jefferson $2 bill. All right. I didn't know that. No. Okay. All right. Latavia, hey, yes, I see you, Latavia. Yes. Make sure y'all go and see us in Vegas. Yes. Okay. Gotta go. Love y'all. Peace. Yes. Make sure y'all like the video. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to like the video before we get up out of here. Get your mobile device. Click the like button. Let me make sure I like the video. Okay. Let me see. Let me go to my video right now. Okay, I clicked the like button. It's 193 people. Come on now. We should have almost 200 likes. All right, that helps us in the algorithm. So hit the like button right now. Hit the like button. Click the like button. It is free for y'all to do. Hit that like button. It is free for y'all to do. Hit the like button. It is free for y'all to do. It is free for y'all to do. Hit the like button. It's free right now. It is free. All right, hit the like button. All right. Thank y'all so very much. And I will see y'all in the next live. This was good because I had to talk about it. Go check out our website, www.wileythetroll.com. And we will see y'all in the next video. Peace.